Hello, Lima Laborers. Chris Rader here, business manager, laborers, local 329, and I need your help. And though I address laborers, and this is primarily for my laborers and laborers across Ohio and possibly other areas, but mostly Ohio. This also goes out to electricians. They're in IBEW. This goes to the operating engineers. I guess in some ways it also goes to the carpenters and iron workers because they're going to be on that Powell Solar Creek project in Miller City. Powell Creek Solar Project, pardon me. So that's going to be untouched. But the Putnam County Commissioners are looking to use Ohio Senate Bill 52 from last year to ban solar and wind farms, which is a lot of work for a bunch of craftsmen. They're going to ban that in Putnam County. And when I say ban it, this is a map right here. So over here, we have the Powell Creek Solar Project that's going to go on in Miller City. And way down here, we have Continental. You go a little bit further down, you'd see Payne, but that's not part of Putnam County. Now, all of this red is where they will not allow solar. No solar, no wind. And that's what they're trying to do. On September 5th at 11 a.m., if you are available, if you're not working, if you are retired, if you want to come out and support and maybe even take some time off in unity and solidarity, and this is not just for laborers, this is for all people in this area that are affected. Because I was looking forward to working with the Department of Jobs and Family Services in Putnam County, an area that I feel is vastly underserved by our little union here. Because we are a small union and a majority of our work happens in Allen County, not in all of our counties. But I'm looking to change that. And this kind of stuff right here makes it harder and harder to serve Putnam County. And we've got stuff going up in Van Wert eventually, and if Van Wert decides that they also want to cave to public pressure, that this could become the reality of an all-red restricted area in our backyard. And people who've been traveling for these solar jobs know that it's a lot of good work. It's steady work. It's prevailing wage work now. It wasn't there for Continental, but now, thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, those jobs, they're going union. And Putnam County's commissioner, John Schlumbaum, told me to my face back in March, and you can see this in their county commissioner minutes, that he wanted right to work to be law in Ohio. And it's that kind of closed-minded bullshit that needs to stop, because we keep voting it in. And we don't have a good grasp in Putnam, and maybe that's why we're not going to be changing those hearts and minds right this second. But if you're able to come out and support September 5th at 11 a.m., come support your union. Wear your orange or yellow t-shirts. Or the Labor Day ones, because that's the day after the Labor Day parade, even if you want to wear the blue or royal blue. Just something to show some support for solidarity. Come on out. I need laborers, I need electricians. I mean, I'll take a Boilermaker when it comes to it. If you're a fitter and you're out of work and you want to see this kind of work, or maybe someday you want to be able to fill in the gaps with this kind of work, and you think, all right, well, let me look at a second book, and we have an excess of work, and my members are already served, then yeah, we might be able to serve you as well. If you're a resident of Putnam County that maybe went out on some of that non-union solar work in Continental and Payne, maybe you want to see what the big deal is, because we want to grow a workforce. We want to be able to take this workforce, we want to be able to say to Lima Refinery, tell Synovus, whatever you call them, that hey, we do have a local workforce. These shutdowns should go to Ohio residents. That we can be prepared for this. We can man these jobs, and we can have a local workforce that is supported. That if you're done with solar, you go into the refinery. If you're done with refinery, you go to the chemical plant. Then a wind farm pops up, you can do a wind farm. And these don't have to be in opposition. These can all be happening at the same time. Instead, the farmers are saying that, well, this is farmland, and we won't be able to grow here. Even though if you go through it, they're saying they're not going to grow the farms. Well, who owns that land? This unincorporated area, this almost entirely farmland area. Those people are getting paid. That is their property. And you're saying, no, if you can't have anything but a farm here or a residence here. Or you're saying, hey, let's get some zoning commissions out here. They're not zoning that. They want to block that. And they want to block that because that's an agenda to block our way of life, our livelihood. It already happened in Auglaize. It already happened in Allen. We can't stop that. Maybe we can have them roll it back when we show, yeah, we want this work. We've got guys out for Miller Brothers right now. Maybe Miller Brothers picks up that Miller City work. I don't know who has it at this point. But Miller City's right here. We could get 50 to 100 jobs on that little tiny green area. And there's all this unused land. Some of it's going to be corn, some of it's going to be beans, some of it's just going to be hay. Whatever it is. If it would make more money for those farmers, and it would make more money for us, and it would make more money for local schools, and more money for the local economy. It doesn't have to be an existential threat to the farmer's life, because it's not. It's not. They've already, maybe they don't get the benefits that they've always had because every politician serves them when you see this large area. Instead of helping serve us, instead of providing for the person who's out there working, instead of owning vast amounts of property. Of the people who aren't claiming that they're poor because they're working from paycheck to paycheck. And that's us. That's you guys. And for those of you who aren't one of my people, or you're not one of the union crafts people, or even the non-union, if it's a prevailing wage job, you're making a good living wage. I'm talking to you guys. Ward Construction, they're in Lipsick. That could have been yours. Whatever it is, this needs to stop. We need to stop this. September 5th, 11 a.m., I need you to support your union. And if you can't make it, but you have somebody who can attend, who can fit in your clothes, who can stand there and support us, that is free that day. Please come out. If you live in Putnam County, I need you there. Because they might not want to listen to us, even though we serve Putnam County. They might not want to listen to us, but if you live there, if you vote for them or against them, because that's what they fear, they will listen to you. This could be your jobs. This could be your families. This could be your livelihood. And it could all be read as it has been in Allen County and Auglaize. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can provide that change. We can better this area. We can increase the number of workers that Lima can support when it comes to labor or electrician or operator, carpenter. Iron workers, you don't really come down here a whole lot, but you were there in 2019, and if you want to come out again, we can make this happen. We can grow this area. We can enrich this area, but I need September 5th. Stop them from prohibiting wind and solar, because this might be our final chance to stop that from happening. Miller City's going to happen regardless. It's safe, but it's that vast amount of land that will not have these multi-year projects that will enrich your life. And you only get so many working years. You're lucky if you get 30 and you get to serve the full 30. But it could be very good years. Very good, very plentiful, very bountiful years that will pad your pockets. Come out. Help me. Help me protect this work. Help me grow this work. Be a part of this work. Thank you for your time if you've made it this far. If not, I'm sorry. I'm feeling ranty today. I'm fired up. This makes me so mad because this was not on my radar, and it's on my radar now. And hopefully it's on your radar, because this pisses me off that they can think they do this in the middle of the night. And now we got to trace all these county commissioners to make sure that they're staying honest, that they're not just caving to a small amount of people who do have that kind of time, because you're out there, you're working a job. Meanwhile, some people they don't have those jobs, so they enact that change, and they don't even do it except that it serves themselves. Maybe they buy that farmland because they want to grow that farm, and then they want to corner that market. Who knows? Help us. September 5th.